Hey guys, welcome to ZSR. I need to reset up this race room for these runners. Just give me a few minutes. Sorry about that. Okay, everyone, sorry again about that. I forgot to turn off auto start in the race room. It didn't save whenever I hit the button, so we set up a new race room for them and they are ready and up. And our comms today are Yurok and Concision, so I'll go ahead and let them take over while I get this all configured back on my side. Thank you for your patience.
Yep, welcome in. Happy Thursday, good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are. We are here for hopefully exciting, close NMG lead race between Algo and Cerpin. This is week 3, the final week of league, and it's been a good one so far. So I'm sure it won't disappoint today.
Yeah. I'm excited to see the race between these two runners. It's nice to see. It's been nice to see the level of activity in the NMG community. I mean, the Link to the Past community, but like, there's been a lot of NMG recently
Yes,
since the start of the year.
absolutely. Yeah, no, I mean, I would say really since last year's mentor program, which was about this time last year. So the last full calendar year plus a couple months, the activity has just been off the charts, and it's been really, really good to see lots of new runners getting into it. But the best part is seeing them stick with it and continue improving.
Yeah,
And it's just been so fun. Like I remember when I started in like 2023, it felt like it had been a while since somebody new got sub 90, and then I got it, and then like nobody else got it for like quite a while afterwards. But then over the past year, it's just been bam, 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 just tons of people starting and doing really well. So extremely good to see.
for sure. Like, just having new people involved in the community, and even having like a bunch of like older people being around again. Not even like Zelda's doing Master Sword runs right now, which is great. But like, even having people like Josh just around and like interacting with the community again has been a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having more. Like this is the result of it is we get more activity from a bunch of people trying to come into their own in this whole crazy journey, and
Yeah, and
it's
it's a
great to
really
see.
sort of virtuous cycle sort of thing, communities like this, because the more active they are, the more people are excited to help others, and then it just becomes easier for other people to get into it, and the cycle just rolls over and repeats. And I just think that the community is in a really really great place right now, and I love that.
Agreed. Agreed. So, for those of you who don't know, the race we are about to see is a part of the. Oh, I'm losing it. Where is it at? It's the Eastern Palace uh, bracket.
Yes,
Algo and Cerpin are. I'm looking at the
both
thing.
0 and
Oh,
2, I
they're both.
believe.
This is the 0-2 bracket. Okay.
Yes.
Well, as a fellow 0-2 bracket stander, I can empathize with where we're at.
I think I've been there too. I don't know for sure, but I think I've been there as well.
It's all in good
And
fun, right? Like
yes, it's
like
all in
the
good
results
fun.
are the results are the results. It's for pride. But like the main point of the bracket is to have fun.
Yes, and it has been fun, and the races have been very close. At least I know Algo's have. I haven't actually seen Serpent's races, um, but they've been very close, very exciting, and this should be another one of those today, in terms of you know somewhat like similar ish skill levels, and then we're sort of still in the bracket where major disasters can creep in and sort of equalize or normalize paces really quickly. So you just never know what's going to happen in these races. They're very different from PB attempts.
That is for sure. That is for sure. Of course, just as a small counterpoint, we did the 2-0 race last night between Telethar and
Hmm.
Dennis.
Dennis, yeah.
And for the majority of the race, Dennis was on PB pace, and I thought it was really interesting because, like, I asked after the race, I was like, "How were you feeling about this whole thing? Like, was it, you know, was there additional challenge? Like, like what was going through your mind? Because a lot of runners, when they're in a race situation, if you factor in like the possibility of like getting a race PB or something like that, like it becomes a whole different ball game, and a lot of runners don't. They tend to have a negative impression of all of those things. And Dennis was like, "Oh no, this was fun. Like I really wanted the opportunity to get a race PB, so I was just like vibing with the whole thing." I'm like, "That's really cool."
Yeah, I've never gotten a race PB. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. I got a really really early one in like a weekly NMG race, which isn't quite the same as a league head to head, sort of ordeal.
Right, but
But
it's still like now all of a sudden you're dealing with a whole bunch of competing priorities as far as like what your race strategy goes. Meanwhile, the race has
sure,
started. So good luck to
yes.
the
Meanwhile,
runners.
the race has started. Yeah, good luck to the runners. We are starting out the game in the escape from Hyrule Castle sequence, or rescuing Zelda and then escape. Um, and this really serves as the game's tutorial, and we're going to breeze through it as quickly as we can. We don't have any sort of power ups or anything. We're very weak. We start the game with not even a sword. We'll get the sword in about 15 seconds. And this first segment is really all about sort of knowing the quickest path through the room in terms of clean diagonals, clean door exits, and entries.
Yes, economy of
And
movement
yes,
is
economy of
paramount.
movement. And sort of reading a few of the RNGs. There's maybe, I don't know, 4 really relevant RNGs to read in this segment, and that's where
Yeah,
on the
I
order
can.
of 2 to 5 seconds can be gained or lost.
It's kind of wild. I've been watching Zelda do his Master Sword attempts. It's like every single room that has an enemy in it actually, like at that level, the threshold gets raised or lowered, however you want to look at it, to such a
Yeah,
point that like every room that has an enemy in it can potentially like destroy the split. But you're right, like for these guys, like that room that we just went through, the guard hallway is like one of the big ones. And then ball and chain, and then probably like a few of the rooms in the sewers are like the big places where time can be gained or lost. So we're gonna just keep making our way through. I don't know why there are bottomless pits in this castle, if I'm being honest. What is?
I never
like,
thought
what
about
is
this.
Seems like a design flaw.
Yeah.
Although I don't know, maybe not. Like, you know, we are. This is like sort of like a quasi like medieval time period. So like.
Yeah, and it's like the like, you know, dungeons of the castle.
Yeah, maybe it's a feature.
Yeah. So we get the boomerang, which is our first major item.
First fun room has a cool strat. Poke the guy and spin him, and grab the boom, and then boom the key. What are we gonna do for? So this is the first like sort of. There's not really like official mini bosses in this game, but the ball and chain guard comes kind of close.
Yeah, it's the closest we get, really.
We got
so it looks like we got Algo doing 2-pot. Oh,
so close.
Not gonna be happy about that boomerang throw, but and we really get to see, I guess, sort of the time difference between the two. Lost probably what, a second and a half, maybe 2, because of the boomerang throw.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
And it's just a matter of, I know that Algo usually does 1 pot for PB attempts, but I'm guessing this is a race concession. You don't want to die in this segment. It's actually quite slow. Because we don't have boots or any sort of other way to make up lost time. So it is quite bad.
Yeah, dying to ball and chain is one of the most unfortunate things that can happen. You start at what, Uncle? You have to do the
whole
sequence again. Yeah, that's really rough. That's a 2-minute time loss.
Yeah.
So, Zelda in tow. We're on our way out. She tells us we have to go find the hidden passage.
Yeah, and here's the backtrack through this room, which is also sort of pertinent in terms of reading RNG. We see Algo take a little bump, and the health isn't really what worries us here, but that is just frames lost that we're not getting back.
Right. Yeah. It's made somewhat easier by the fact that we have the boomerang this time, so we can just like stun guards that happen to get in our way, but sometimes that can just be like, you want to avoid that if possible, because you're standing in place throwing the boomerang, so that's just just time loss. If you can just walk around them, it's generally better to do that.
It's time loss, but also, like, you know, one of the things about rooms like that is, and this is true in a lot of speed games, is that rooms with, like, you know, volatile enemies with RNG, like, you want to, like, sort of, you know, paradoxically, they're safer if you get through them as quickly as possible, right? Because it just gives the enemies less time to sort of move around in unexpected, unpredictable ways.
This is true.
And so there's always this, like, tension between, if I can just sneak through here without throwing the boomerang, then I'll get through faster, it'll be safer. But using the boomerang itself is sometimes safer. So it's interesting tension.
It is for sure. All right, we gotta go find this this rat. Oh, I hope that works on Algo's side. Looks like it did. Good.
Looks good.
Boom has a very generous hitbox for picking up stuff. Here, just a couple more rooms. Playing on Algo's side, looks like Cerpin had one rat that was kind of being annoying. Are we gonna... Not falling for the rat frames bait. Good job.
We got pretty good escapes on both sides. According to Cerpin splits, so 554 is 6 seconds ahead of PB, so...
That's a good escape.
Yeah. I mean, 554 is very, very solid, especially at the... So, for context, PB's today, Algo's PB is a 128.29, and Cerpin's, I looked this up, 131.02. So that's a 2.5 minute gap, and so we'll see if we see that today. But as I said, in this bracket, anything's possible.
Yeah, for sure. Now that we're through the tutorial sequence, let's go out and explore the actual world of Hyrule.
Yes, and by explore we mean walk directly to the next dungeon.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. We, as the player, don't need to explore.
Exactly.
We know where we're going. You gotta love comfy Octorok screens.
Yeah, these are some of the more interesting overworld screens, and really the entire speedrun, in my opinion. There's a lot of moving pieces. We don't have the movement tools like boots and flute that let us sort of skip things like we will later on. So we're sort of, this is the acoustic overworld, whereas later we get to go electric.
Yes, this is economized movement part 2, except
yes,
it's just a bunch more of it, or the scale is bigger. Oh wait, we're both killing the Popo. It's catching on, man. Algo also gets money out of it, so that's a nice benefit.
Yeah. In terms of money, we need to get 110 by the end of the Castle Tower segment. And there are a couple ways to go about doing that, and the bulk of it is largely guaranteed either through Saha rupees, which is bombing sort of the back of Saha's hut, or tree poles, which we do in the Castle Tower split itself. But finding somewhere between, 5 and 15 rupees is still pretty good. There are, again, guaranteed backups for those, but they cost a little bit of time. And so if we can find a little bit of money on the way, we'll like it.
With tree poles, you need a guarantee. You need a minimum of. It's a hard minimum of 4, but 9 is more comfortable because that gives you an easier way through.
I'm looking for
a specific screen. With if you get Saha rupees, I anticipate that both of these runners are just getting Saha rupees, but I don't actually remember what their typical strategies are for the rupee route.
So I know that Algo switched to tree poles when he got sub 90 or maybe sub 129. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I also would not be surprised to see Saha rupees return in a race setting, because I know that he's not super comfortable with it yet. And honestly, it took me quite a while to get super comfortable with it. There's backups, but just having to do backups in a race is a little unfun. So I would not be surprised to see Saha rupees. And I don't know what we'll see on Cerpin's side, but yeah, in this time.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that was fun.
I was a little nervous about that one. We made it.
Runner's very, very closely synced right now.
You love to see it.
The back few rooms in this dungeon, which we're in right now, or maybe the next room starts, are a very sort of skill testing section of the segment. Let it breathe a little bit.
They got the same RNG in Zelda Gamer Room.
They did. And well dispatched by both of them, really. You love to see it.
Oh. Nice. Very
nice.
Good,
good clean fights from both players, yeah. I've calmed a few matches, I want to say 3 in this bracket so far this season. And I think this is the cleanest race that I've seen from both players out of Eastern. So we're in pretty good shape right now.
We are within a second of each other. Both ahead of PB. Let's go.
Happy NMG Thursday. Okay, so both runners lined up as if they're doing tree pulls. Although I know that some people don't actually like to sort of hug the torch and get the...
Yeah, if you're not really familiar with the
There we go.
the
Algo.
talking
Okay,
spots.
both
Yep,
of them
we're both doing it.
triples. So this
Yeah,
will be...
the optimal strategy for going to the back is to move to the right a little bit so that you can kind of talk to Hasrula at like an oblique angle, but it gives you a straight shot to the back so you can pick up those pots and go through the secret opening in the wall.
Yeah, and it's kind of...
And it's real easy. It's easy to miss the thing and just be like walking past him, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, what do I do?
It's like shockingly easy to like not get the talk if you're at that angle. Like, I thought when I was like, you know, still doing Saharupi, you could just spam A there, but it's extremely easy to miss.
It's lower than you would think it is.
Talk. Yeah.
So like you walk past it without realizing it.
And like the like, you know, sort of universe of NMG runners who are at the point where they still prefer to get Saharupis, but also want to like optimize away those frames is like vanishingly small. Like, I did Saharupis to like 128.02 or something, and like I was doing the like you know, optimal talk or whatever, but I think that most runners would just rather switch to triples. They didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah. So
I guess, you know, Hundo
unfortunate
is really where it starts to matter.
Guard walk pattern. Yeah, Hundo, you don't really have a choice. Oh, we're going a new way. Okay. I see you. This seems fine.
Yeah, it seems fine.
It is a bit out of the way, but it's like a different set of slope dashes, so... You know, I'd have to think about it. I'm sure it's probably slightly... Like, I imagine that...
It's one of those things where
we stand on the shoulders of giants, and I'm sure people have, like,
yeah.
labbed the heck out of it and been like, no, this is the way that you go.
Yeah,
but, you know,
I couldn't tell you how many frames it loses, but...
Yeah, the most important thing in speedrunning is doing what's comfortable for yourself. We are into Desert Palace.
Yes, and we have the boots, which is really what makes this speedrun sing, in my opinion. I think that like every good speedrun has a thing like this that sort of, you know, makes the game fun to play.
Yes, there's movement.
I've been playing Zelda 2 lately, and I
it...
feel like it's like, you know, downstab is like the thing that makes it fun to play. And for this game, it's the boots, and they're just so fun.
Couldn't agree more. Oh, we got lucky on that Popo RNG there on Algo's side. If you get off of your timing even just a little bit, like coming into the room and slashing the first Popo, the second one can just go straight down and like.
Oh, it's
not fun to miss that dash.
Yeah, that window is like, it's to the point where like you don't even want to hold diagonal out of the room because you'll get like, you know, lad frame, or not lad frames.
That's a bastard door.
Exactly, yeah, bastard door.
Yeah.
And so even that is just barely enough to slow you down enough and like, you know, miss sort of the cadence of the room.
Yep.
Yeah, door drag spaces, thank you.
We don't have a good word for the effect of the bastard door. It's like, it's bastard door, it does stupid things.
I like door drag. I was sort of reaching for lad frames, but they're decidedly not lad frames.
Yeah, door drag is good. Like, I've been one of the people that's been kind of like blurring the line between, so like you have the ability to cancel your manual staircase walking speed at the top or bottom of those staircases by turning sideways and then walking off of them normally.
Yep.
Or you know, kicking up dash dust or something along those, you know, doing something to restore your normal walking movement speed.
Right.
And it's conflated a lot with a similar effect that happens when you exit spiral staircases. Like, you move to a different floor via that spiral staircase. You want to walk out of them facing sideways to prevent a different kind of stair lag. And so stair lag and stair drag are two different things. Mechanically they're separate, but
yeah,
because they're like conceptually the same and the mitigation is the same, like I've just started calling both of them
Yeah.
like it stairs and you try and not drag on them. So now
Meanwhile, we're in the Lammo fight, yeah, which is one of the most skill-testing boss fights in the game to do quickly.
Ooh, that one looks pretty good.
I believe Algo got a 3-cycle?
It's close, I think so, yeah. These patterns are not kind.
No, on Cerpin's side, this is pretty ugly. Just, yes, in terms of the patterns. I'm not saying that the gameplay is poor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that 17,
beautiful.
18 is really solid.
Yeah.
But Cerpin cleans it up.
Cerpin with a little swad boom, so it feels good.
That's right. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Still green, honestly. That's you love to see that as well. Love it when runners are green in races.
It is exciting. So we're now setting up for fake flippers, which is our first sort of big sequence break. It's not even really much of a sequence break, but our first big minor glitch here.
Okay. Yep. All right.
Yep. Yeah. And the gist of it is that big time. The gist of it is that if you can transition the screen on the same frame or the frame after, I don't know, who cares, doesn't matter, that you jump into the water, then
do it before the game
skips,
remembers to check that you can actually swim.
Yeah, it sort of skips the check to see if you can actually swim. And we do all that just to take that whirlpool warp to get closer to Death Mountain. So we've already gone past it.
It saves a grand total of like 6 seconds?
I think it's about 6 or 7, yeah.
It's just faster going that way than running from the bottom of the screen, the world, to the top.
Yep.
Yeah, in this specific case, Algo would have been okay getting hit there because he did fake flipper from the whirlpool screen.
Yeah.
And so the game would have had a non-stale pointer to where to place him in the event of getting hit and redoing the flipper check.
Yep.
Yeah,
basically
the entire reason
hit,
that's dangerous is because you transition.
Yeah, the reason we were
screen.
a little nervous there is because if you get hit by an enemy while you're in the water from fake flippers, for whatever reason, the game sort of remembers to check to see if you should be there.
You fly out of the water and it splashes again, and that's when it reruns the do I have flippers routine.
Right, that's right. Yep. Yeah.
And because we transitioned the screen, we now have a stale reference to where Link's position was, and the game doesn't know how to find it.
Yeah.
So, but we have made it through. We just completely skipped over one of the funnest screens in the Light World, which is Death Mountain. It looks like no major problems there.
Worth skipping over for sure.
Yeah, nothing terrible ever happens on that screen.
That is a wild place for that mini moment to end up on Algo's side. Just right there in the little torch nook or whatever. No, the pot nook, whatever it is.
I love when that happens.
He was vibing. I don't see that very often.
Yeah, that's an ultra vibe. Just do it. Yeah, exactly, Spaces. Just do it every time. Everyone's favorite screen.
Yeah, one of
we
the
just got done with a bunch of
auto scrollers we have in this run.
Although apparently that might be changing soon. So I don't know how I feel about that.
And what do you mean?
There has been some investigation into. Apparently, you can kill the tiles, like the frame that they spawn. And so there is an opportunity. It's frame rule dependent, and so like the whole research thing is just trying to like figure out how to determine whether or not it's something you can actually do. You can kill the last tile literally as it spawns, instead of having to wait for it to like rise up out of the floor and then come over to you, and that'll
it's
cause
like just the last tile.
Yes,
Or
but because
is
it
there...
operates
okay.
on a frame rule, it's like you have an opportunity to test against other tiles whether or not it's something it's even possible for you to do.
Oh, got it. Interesting.
So there's some speedrun science going on in the community right now.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, it's a second and a half of essentially free time save if you can figure, like, apparently the window to like actually kill the tile is pretty generous. You just have to be on the right frame rule. And so there's people trying to figure out if that's like a thing. For runners at this level, almost certainly not like something worth exploring. But if you're like pursuing like world record, second and a half is quite a large proposition for frames
Both
saved.
runners entering the Moldworm fight at pretty much the same time. Still an extremely close race.
Oh,
We've
goodness.
had both the good sort of Hera dungeons from both runners.
Oh, good job recognizing that wasn't going to work. That other one on Algo's side, I was talking about Algo's side, but the next one was questionable, but it's fine. Alright, and now who's going to get... Algo gets it first. Oh gosh, okay. We made it.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
Not quite textbook, but any time that you make it out of the Moldworm arena without falling or dying, you'll take it.
Yeah, it looks like Josh is explaining the tile thing. And oh gosh, we're all having fun with Katy Perry.
Yep. So yeah, so far an extremely close race. Good to see.
Yeah, there's lots we can talk about for the Moldorm fight, because it is, I believe technically it's an extremely chaotic fight. There's a little bit of randomness, but it's mostly just the state space gets very wide very quickly, and so
yes.
all
So here
kinds
we'll
of
see
fun.
the tree pools that we were talking about. This is the way that the runners get the money that we need. The way it works is...
I like the heads-up play of skipping birdshot by Cerpin in favor of going and killing the bush crab, because we're short on arrows.
Yeah,
that was really smart.
I hadn't even thought about that. The way it works is we do the tree pull, and sort of based on the number of kills you have since the last tree pull, and whether or not you have taken damage, gets you either green rupees, blue rupees, or red rupees. So we got blue rupees that time because we've done a lot of kills since our last tree pull, which was never. And now to get red rupees next time, we need to get 4 kills between the last tree pull and our next attempt, which is on the next screen, really, or 2 screens from now. I don't know. And
it is the next screen because it's a giant screen.
Gotcha. And we need to not take damage, which is quite important. If we take any damage, then we will be sort of downgraded back to blue.
Yeah, worth noting that it's damage since the last tree pull. And believe it or not, we had actually done... Oh gosh, get out of there. Yep, okay. Alright, we're both getting mushroom. Algo manages to save it. That was the... That raven was the 4th kill for Algo, and then Cerpin killed the bush crab.
Ah, right. Algo to get the raven kill. I know that Algo plans to beam the bush crab, but he did get the raven kill, so that's a good little backup there, because he doesn't have beams.
Yeah, I think that was the... It's like, oh, I have to do this, because otherwise you have to like go all the way over there.
Yep.
And actually hit the bush crab. So, both runners clearly in it, and focused and doing a good job of taking all the factors into account. Into Hyrule Castle one last time. And then up into the castle tower.
All right, a little bit of divergence here in terms of strat selection. Cerpin's taking the sort of safe dinner bell strat. Algo taking a quicker strat that leverages spins and arrows.
Yeah. Also good recognition that wanted the backup strats because Algo doesn't have beams, and then the guard RNG just didn't let him.
Yep. So even though Algo took the quote-unquote quicker strat in the entry guards room, not having beams costs Algo a couple seconds in the next room, the prize pack guards room.
We're good on money. Next we got... Oh! We both got not fun RNG for this room with the catwalks.
Yeah, this race is so close. I love it. Okay, a little bit low on arrows now at this point on Serpent's side. We would have loved to have picked up
no
arrows at some point. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Uh-oh.
This is fine now.
Okay, yeah, we're fine.
We do want those arrows.
Yeah,
we're just trading the lead back and forth. This is the way these races go.
So coming up, we have the biggest source of just time-based RNG in this run, in particular, which is the first fight against Aghanim, which is this evil wizard that we see on screen. The gist of it is that we're going to exit the room here in the back of it into his little arena, and then he will teleport and then shoot energy balls at us, and we have to deflect them back. Sometimes the energy balls will be yellow, and we can deflect them back properly, so to speak, and they will do damage. Sometimes they will be blue, and they will just burst open, and it will not count as a hit. And there's nothing you can do about it. So we just saw blue balls on both sides.
Yep. And again.
Wow.
Perfect.
Amazing.
we're both batting 1,000 right now.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like it's pure RNG. In the sense that there's nothing obvious or really like scrutable that the players can do to influence what happens in this.
Yeah.
In this fight, and then every instance of the bad outcome, you just basically like pause the progression of the fight by 6 seconds, and you just have to like sit there and wait it out.
Yep.
Alright, I lost count while I was explaining that.
I have
Looks like
Algo
Cerpin
4,
got
Cerpin
3.
Yeah. And we'll see if Algo wraps it up on 4.
Alright, love to see it. About as close as it can possibly be.
Yeah. So yeah, so we've now finished what is considered the light world sort of super segment of the run, and we are entering into the dark world, and this would be the dark world part of the casual playthrough as well. And there's some interesting sort of ramifications here, and that is that it's like pretty neat how there's like an entire alternate dimension for the overworld. First of all, like that's pretty novel and cool. But the enemies here hit for a lot more than they did in the light world overworld. So
yeah, I think base enemy damage goes from half a heart to 2 hearts.
I think that's correct. And so like we now want to just generally not get hit by things. It's quite costly. a little scary. But this is sort of like the weakest that we'll feel. There's sort of just this like real difficulty spike in the game, and we haven't really gotten anything lately to make up for it. And we will get some, sort of more offensive firepower.
Yeah,
for
we
now,
got sword beams recently, but that's kind of a mixed bag, honestly.
true.
And because of the way damage tables work, a lot of instances, Master Sword doesn't really give us all that much. There's lots of places where enemies take the same damage from Master Sword that they did from Fighter Sword.
Yep.
Unless we do a spin, and doing spins is time consuming. So now into Palace of Darkness with a very kind of almost labyrinth-like path we take through this dungeon to find all the necessary progression that we need to get to the end of it.
Yeah, it's a fun one. Is this the most keys that we get in a single dungeon? It might
I
be.
believe so. It's the most keys available. I'm struggling to remember if it's the most that, because we only get like 3 of them? 4? I don't really remember.
4? I want to say. It could be 3. I think it's 3 smalls and a big.
Okay, so technically we do get more keys in Turtle Rock, but
oh, interesting. Okay.
But yeah, we definitely have to like meander around and like go find different keys.
Fox is saying 4 smalls. How many do we get in Turtle Rock?
At least 4, because we get all of them.
Oh, okay.
And there are 4 keys in chests in TR, and I think 2 more like drop keys, like pokey drop keys. So that's
all right. We are
6
coming
total.
up on the hammer jump on both sides. Serpent first here. This is one of the largest sort of discrete chunks of time that we lop off through a sequence break. It's a double pixel perfect on the y-axis, and there's a range in the x-axis, but double pixel perfect on the y-axis for both the bomb placement and the bomb explosion, and we got it. Pretty nice.
We did.
Nice setups from both
Serpin missed the did the double bomb strat, but then threw the bomb too low.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate, but we made it through. Both of them completing the trick successfully. It saves over 40 seconds.
It's just an absolute massive amount of time, because you have to go down to the basement to get a different key, and then you have to sort of navigate the maze.
Yes.
In the intended way.
It's the second largest skip in the game.
What's the first?
Ice Palace.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
You skip half of the dungeon. So
yeah.
Multiple minutes worth of time saved there.
Yeah. It's funny that Ice Palace bomb jump is just so ingrained in like the Link to the Past sort of culture at this point.
Yeah,
nobody even. I just don't even register it. Yeah, exactly.
Just Silver Arrows qualify as a skip. I mean, that's like, yeah. I mean, if you factor in the
does Silverless save more than Hammer Jump? Okay, it does. Okay, interesting. Okay. I was actually curious about that because like it does also decrease your Ganon fight time by quite a bit.
Yeah, but those are like offsetting.
That's my point. That is offsetting.
So it doesn't.
Yeah.
I know it's over a minute to get it, but it saves like 45 seconds. So I guess Just doing some quick math. I suppose.
Yeah, maybe it saves a minute at like top levels of Silverless Ganon fighters, but maybe what I'm thinking is that most runners do not save a minute when they drop Silvers.
Oh goodness! All right. Well, we're just gonna sit here and try not to die.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, this is not good. All right, we're fine. We're fine. That's not good.
That's not good. At 3 hammer hits, and I hate to, backseat when we just saw a disaster, but I would have probably finished up with 2 slashes at that point.
Yeah, there's some game sense there it's really hard to keep it's really difficult to just remember like what you can
Absolutely.
actually pull off there.
I mean,
but also like recognizing that is a specific thing where when Helmasaur gets that low, you don't have any wiggle room. Like,
yes,
when you're standing against the bottom wall, like that's the only place that's safe. You do not even have the ability to turn up,
right,
and face Helmasaur without doing a dash turn and breaking your spin speed.
Yeah.
And so like you have to, if you're gonna get hits there, you have to do sword slashes. I love that everybody shoots that statue, even though they don't have to. Alright. Cerpin has made it through, and we are now on our way to go rescue the remainder of the maidens that are trapped in crystals. It's video game logic, don't worry about it.
Yeah. And we start that by getting a shovel.
We do. And then we immediately lose the shovel. Because we dig up a flute.
Right.
Again,
video game logic.
It's an ocarina. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It does look like an ocarina, so I don't know why we call it a flute. Alright, round 2. We're gonna stay over there.
Okay, I assume because he's been good about it so far that he's checked for spin speed and actually has it.
I think, yeah, it looks like he has spin speed. Oh, there we go. Okay. 3 and...
Gotta get in the middle there.
There we go.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, to your earlier point, like this is the relatively speaking, this is the weakest we will be in the entire game.
Yeah,
it's
and I was gonna say that as well.
For the wheels to come off.
Yeah, very easy for the wheels to come off, and this is really probably one of the most stressful parts of the run in terms of like, this is the weakest we're gonna be. Helmasaur is a pretty terrifying boss, and this is a race, so there's a lot of confounding factors here.
Yeah. So there's one, Josh saying in chat, there's one pixel that you actually can get the normal hammer hitbox, which is news to me, because that's some obnoxiousness.
True.
I very recently had to learn the legacy strat for that fight, or I am having to learn it, and it's not fun. I don't recommend anybody do that ever again. But it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they just like expected you to menu to either, hack away with your sword or menu to bow or something.
Yeah, I'm guessing they expected you to just hack away.
But eight slashes is just, that's too many. It's just ridiculous.
It is a lot.
Yep. We're speedrunning. We got better things to do. We got to make our way to the Village of Outcasts here. I love that you can bonk off of bushes.
It's pretty weird.
It's great mechanical design.
Yes.
Like you cut the bush.
They couldn't decide
you have your
what to do.
Your sword is out there. You cut the bush. It's gone. Why did you bonk?
Yeah, I like how they couldn't decide what to do with that situation where it's like it's not clear which of the two bushes you should be hitting, or if it's a single bush, like if you should hit it or not. And it was like, we'll just make it a bonk.
Yep.
So we're looking at Algo being about 2 minutes and 10 seconds behind, if the math that I just did is correct. So we'll see if that time can be made up at some point. Worth remembering that approximately the difference between their PBs up until now. So it's possible, but you know, still a race is all I'm saying.
Yeah. And Cerpin is still ahead of PB at this point. So, oh gosh.
Yep.
All right, have fun. Yep, that was a wonderful hellway. But we've made it through. This is fine.
Mm-hmm.
We are close to. I think we're going to be losing time in this Thieves Town. Oh no, Algo got the was a little too far to the left and aggroed the guard. If you any runners out there, if you do that, if you accidentally like, you have to recognize that you're like left of centered on the little path there, will actually hit the guard. But if you just cancel your dash early and dash underneath him, then you can just kind of like keep going as normal. Uh-oh.
So yeah, Serpent number 1 heart here. Not particularly fun.
Also our bombs are not in good shape.
I think they might be fine. Or no, because we've already passed the bomb, haven't we? Yeah.
He got toilet bomb and we're on 5.
Yeah.
So that's not great. I think we forgot that those are hearts.
I would consider grabbing that one.
I would have too. Okay. Well, now we're a lot closer to even.
Yes.
Somebody remind me. We don't have to go all the way back to the attic on Serpent's side, but we do have to flip the switch and still go back and rescue the maiden again.
Yeah.
So this is surprisingly close.
Yes. We're now within, what would you say, 40 seconds of each other?
Yeah, maybe even less than that.
Yeah. I mean, a little conservative, but yeah.
Alright. Serpin recognizes.
Yeah, so we at least know what to do, which is half the battle, as they say.
These Azaks are quite mean today. Oh, well, we kind of fixed our bomb problem.
Yeah. Kind of an expensive bomb, but we'll take it.
Yeah. Nope, don't worry about that one. We're just gonna... Oh, no, that's too high.
That's too high. Yeah, he knows.
It's okay, we have extras on Algo's side.
True.
See, we're all good now. Oh! When that cricket is in that top left position, it sometimes gets a little... It's uncertain whether or not it's gonna... Because it can come down, and if you're not, like, basically frame perfect, dashing out of that doorway, it'll hit you if it decides to go down. Algo taking an opposite tack of just saying, like, I'm gonna wait, and then if he goes down, I will hit him instead. Yeah, Serpin did not get to the Thieves Town big chest, so still had to go do that. Yeah, I would venture that we are somewhere in the like 30-ish second range.
Yeah, that's about what I expected as well.
All right. Cleans it up.
Good. Yep, clean blind kill.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it is closer to 40. We're gonna get arrows here.
Because
the blind fight itself is 30. It's like 28 or 30 seconds, almost exactly.
I didn't sort of take a timestamp when we got the crystal, so I'll try and get one on Sword Up.
Phase 1 looks good. Down, up, yep, right there. Perfect.
Yep.
2, and 3. Very good fight. Alright, 46-31 versus...
So 50 seconds? Or sorry, Josh
36,
just said that Serpent had a
5 plus-
45-50 catch,
Yes.
and that would do 50 seconds.
46 seconds.
Okay.
Because it was, yeah, this cutscene is 43 seconds long, and it looks like, maybe it's like 46, somewhere in the 46-48 second
Yep.
range, yeah. So, like we said, still anybody's race.
Yeah, it very much is. On Serpent's side, we are
This is
upgrading
interesting.
our sword. Yeah, this is a little bit unorthodox to mirror on that screen. But yeah, we're going to
I guess
upgrade
it's
our sword.
technically, in a sense, it's fine. Like, if you're not doing fence dash, it doesn't really
Right.
make that much of a difference. The only reason you do it on the other screen is so that you can set up fence dash, but if you're already gonna like walk over underneath that sign and dash
Mhm.
up on your way to see house, then like it's practically
Yeah, it's
no
not-
difference at all.
Not a huge difference.
And it eliminates the possibility to accidentally run straight into that mirror portal,
True.
which is not a fun way to accidentally lose somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 seconds.
So yeah, what we're doing in this overworld sequence, upgrading our sword from Master Sword to the Tempered Sword, and grabbing 600 rupees, strewn throughout.
Yeah, we got
Village
300
of
already,
Outcasts.
and Cerpin just grabbed the other 300.
And the reason for this is we need 500 to buy the flippers from King Zora, and that is the last purchase that we'll make, hopefully, in this speedrun.
It should be. I can't think of any reason that either of these
Yeah,
runners would buy anything
Something
else.
ends up going terribly wrong if we're buying something
We're
else.
spending money on something, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's favorite statue push-pull puzzle thing.
Yeah, infamously one of the worst quote-unquote rooms in the Dark World is the mummy room. First mummy room in Skullwoods.
Alright, and then we have another fun little bomb jump here. Rather than find the secret drop down and take your way into like the back area of... Alright, we're going in the hole anyway. Serpin was trying to like save a heart here. Oh
Uh-oh.
no. What is... We're having... Oh, he's stuck now. Okay. That's not good.
Okay.
Alright, at this point we just I think we just
Absolutely
death
take a
out of here.
death. Yeah.
Well, let's get the big key first.
Okay, we gotta stop that. There we go.
There we go. Luckily there's a spike right there. We can just walk right into one of those.
There we go.
Perfect.
Okay.
Alright, we got health again.
And that does not cost probably as much time as it looks like it does. Just a few seconds,
That is
really.
probably the least costly death abuse possible in this run.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because you were already going to mirror at that spot.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're taking basically like a mirror transition's worth of time on top of the death animation. So like,
Yep.
And it's going in the direction that you wanted to go anyway. So
Yep.
that's literally it. Like that is the if you're in a race and you are at all nervous about your health in that specific situation, then you can just take that death, and it is the least costly death that you will ever have in this run.
Okay.
Oh no,
Meanwhile,
speaking of deaths.
yes. So Cerpin dies to Mothula, which is not a terribly costly death, although we now have no magic, which is a concern. So we'll see him
get
here
some
hunting
magic
for some
here.
magic. Yeah, and but it's not as much as you would like. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we're gonna
here. So,
we're gonna
yeah, we're gonna spin. We're gonna try and
These
get
guys
drops.
There's enough
They do
magic
drop
in
magic,
this room.
yes.
There is enough magic in this room that even without that, we don't.
True.
Well, no, I guess we do need. Yeah, we need both of these. So like we're good now.
Yeah, we had one shot in our reserves.
But now we've had another lead change at this point.
Yeah, we'll see how.
But it's
how
real
long
close
it
because
is.
we don't.
Yeah.
Algo had to have a fun mummy key room while Serpin was like able to just skip it. So
Auto dropping into Moth with 3 hearts. Also, but a really good Moth fight. Got
Really good
the
Moth fight.
double poke, and then Moth behaved, but also well read, and we get nice little speed bounce. But
oh gosh.
uh-huh.
That's fine.
Nice dodge.
Okay. All right, we did it. We're out.
Good.
Yeah, that was real
Good
close to
use
getting
of
shot in the face.
Pause or the menu buffer to mirror there. That was honestly really well played. Because that sort of let him take the read to move around some of the moving spikes that I don't think would have necessarily happened otherwise.
Doom to jiggle, everybody.
Yeah, well played.
So 3 dungeons down. We got 4 to go. This is where that difficulty really starts to ramp up.
Yeah, I almost feel like Ice Palace is sort of where it's the most difficult. I guess Turtle Rock is also extremely difficult. But...
yeah, I mean, it's mostly, I think, I don't know how I would characterize. Ice Palace is the most punishing dungeon,
yeah.
I think, in the run, in terms of mistakes that will cost you time. But yeah, as far as like raw difficulty goes, I would agree Turtle Rock is definitely up there. Not doing Lottery Dash today. I'm with you.
Yeah, I always sort of feel like you're balancing on a knife's edge in Ice Palace. It's sort of that kind of sentiment.
Yeah, you just hold it together as best you can and hope for the best.
Yeah,
it is absolutely how this whole segment goes. We have made it to Catfish. We've gotten our Quake Medallion. We get a free Quick Warp here.
Yep. We're coming up on one of the quietly most difficult screens in the game. The Zora's Domain
for
screen.
Sure. Understated how difficult it is to do this efficiently. It is extremely non-obvious what the correct movement lines are on the screen, even for high-level runners.
Yes, absolutely.
And because of the random spawn patterns of the Zoras and the fireballs and stuff, like it can just actually having a clean room is so difficult.
Yeah, I guarantee I still have more to learn about this screen at 126.
I think I've had like two perfect rooms, and that's only counting like one half of it. Like walking out is a whole nother story. All right, Algo gets a clean way through here. Can we get in the warp without getting shot? Yep. All right, we're good.
We'll take it.
Yep.
Collection those beams we still got. Love to see it.
Always important.
Nice pause buffer on Serpin side again. Read the crab RNG.
Yeah.
The
I wasn't paying attention to where that first crab was.
yeah, it was
that menu popularized by Louis is a good strat for reading the Zora spawn RNG, and if you are blocked, you can kind of take the other
Serpin
way
took
around.
the menu a little bit later than what I would consider the quote unquote Louis menu, but really just took it as a read to determine whether or not the enemies had to be dealt with, not if they had to be dodged. So
Yeah,
sort of a subtle difference, but the spirit is there, I guess.
it is a very good menu.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's fine. We have plenty of bombs.
Yes.
Low key, one of the hardest rooms.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Of course, this room also.
And well done by Serpin on the vulnerable floor room.
Okay, this is fine. Very nice.
Not on the pixel yet. There we go. Okay.
All right.
Good read, good recognition from Algo. Going with sort of the fast Ice Palace bomb jump setup, you have to really know your visual cues there. Serpin going for sort of a traditionally slower, safer setup with the spin, but nails it straight away, and it's not that much slower.
Hello, Lonely Firebar. See you later, dude. Oh, a little bit of cleanup in the Fangators.
Yep.
I don't want to jinx anything, but it looks like our runners are regaining a lot of their composure.
It does, yeah. I was thinking that as well. It sort of felt like Thieves Town and Skull Woods was a little bit. You could just see some nerves poking through, and this segment has felt quite clean again, sort of like our early game.
Okay, this should be
This
alright.
looks
Oh,
good.
never mind. Hang on, we got a little bit more. Yeah, this is
I'm
fine.
not quite sure what happened there. Did you get a read on it?
We got hit before the second spin connected.
Okay.
Yep. Serpin's fight. I'm not sure where we missed our hit, but
Did we
cleans
miss
it up.
it?
We did, because we
Okay.
shouldn't have had that second slash.
Okay.
We must have gotten a poke or something.
Okay, got it. Anyway, good saves, and yeah, those dungeons felt quite good.
Yeah, he
runners.
actually poked all of the puffs instead of poke dashing them.
Okay.
And then
That makes
did
sense.
the poke dash to save the sword charge.
Okay. So yeah, Algo saving 1 second on PB in that sediment.
Love to see it. We're in the drink.
And Serpin saves
Saving
nearly
quite
a
a lot of
minute. So yeah, they were indeed two pretty good Ice Palace segments.
Oh, we're having fun now?
Yeah, now we're having fun. So
we didn't get to talk about Death Mountain the first time.
Right, yeah. We will get to see what shopping routes our two runners use. They're both obviously getting an Ether Medallion right now. And we'll see when they get...
I will begrudgingly admit that this is the meta play now. This is what most people do.
Yes, this is what most people do.
I have thoughts and opinions on it.
So say we all. I feel like every sort of niche hobby has like something that people just argue over just for the sake of it. Like shades of tabs over spaces for programmers. Like everybody thinks their like choice is the obviously correct one.
Right. Not to open a can of worms, but it's unfortunate that that particular debate is mostly semantics, just due to the nature of most modern IDEs.
Yeah, pretty much. We could have gone past it by now, but we have chosen not to. Anyway, so looks like both runners are doing probably the same shopping, which is going to be we're going to get Ice Rod in the Turtle Rock segment, which, as Corey mentioned, is sort of the meta play nowadays. And I think the idea is mostly you want to get both of the items as late as possible. However, you make the concession that getting Ether in Mire is dangerous because you really want to protect beams going into Mire.
Mm-hmm. That is, yep, that is the rationale behind the decision. I just like going fast and doing fun tricks.
Yep.
So, but into Swamp Pal, okay. I don't know why we missed that. That felt there.
Yeah, that was a close one, and I don't know if we realized we didn't have beams until the very end, but it's also one of those things where I see lots of times that runners miss one of those, and they have beams, and then they don't realize that one beam is not going to be enough to kill it, and they have to turn back around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can be a bit of a gotcha for runners. Algo's arrow's not looking super great.
No, neither runner. Both have 10.
I wonder if they... Oh yeah. I'm sitting here trying to like route out like what I would be doing in this situation, like which arrows am I looking for? Because there's a few different choices they can make. There's 2 arrow drops that are on the way within this dungeon. Algo's bombs are good for the remainder of the run, so one of those drops in the room we call restock room, looking a lot less appealing.
Yes.
But Cerpin, on the other hand, needs another bomb to finish the run, and so that changes the math on that quite a lot. Oh, just barely getting through that lever push.
Yeah.
Astelphus is out for blood today.
Cool. Cerpin with a really nice lever push. Gets
really good.
Just a little bit onto the blue pegs. You love to see it.
Yeah, I love how close this race has now stayed.
It's
exciting for us.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
I don't envy the runners being in this position of both having had considerable setbacks from their nominal game plan and having to like soldier on. That's a rough one to deal with mentally.
Yes.
Big key acquired. We got a hammer dash. Love to see it. Shoutouts to Airy for popularizing just dashing through that Bari when it sparks. But
I didn't realize that was him. Nice.
I don't know if Airy came up with it, but he certainly popularized it in the modern community.
Nice.
Are we on the pixel? We are on the pixel. Nice.
Josh is going to tell us that actually Abraham Lincoln invented it back in 1847.
After chopping down a cherry tree and finding...
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, so here's the first arrow pickup. That's both runners should be getting.
Yes.
Uh-oh. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
I'm surprised that pot throw didn't work.
Same.
You may have just walked into it.
Cerpin gets the arrow drop from the sort of miscellaneous
variety pack drop. There you go. Okay, well now.
So that's huge.
Now we have choices again. We are getting the arrows on Algo's side. I mean, that's reasonable. That's not.
Yes, no, it is. And
It's not great.
We would still like to get a bomb, in my opinion, on Serpin's side, because if you end up needing a bomb in Mire, yeah, there we go.
Yeah. See, and you're actually not that bad going up over 20 arrows. So
yeah.
I think that's quite a good outcome on Serpin's side. Getting the small variety drop on top of that is just like icing on the cake.
All right, comfy one cycle from Algo.
Doing the non-fire rod strats. All right, almost gets the clean one cycle on Serpin's side. Also doing non-fire rod strats.
This is not movement that I like on Serpin's side. Sort of moving up left and spinning him under you like that. He took a bop on one of Argus's like hop ups afterwards. You can avoid that by just not moving up and hitting Argus either to the left or the right.
Apparently, Ari may have actually come up with dashing through the Bari.
Amazing.
You love to see it. Alright, so still, both runners quite close to each other.
Yes, it is. We
are into the
have
end
a race
game
here.
now.
Yeah.
Nice gold.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
We got dashes. Don't know what that means. We have some like skip splits somewhere.
That means that we recently dropped Lawn Swamp.
Oh. Alright, so I anticipate both runners are heading to Mire. We see Algo doing it. I'm assuming that Serpin's going to be doing the same. Yep.
We will see if we get any spring of 2026 NMG League patented bird tosses today.
I hope so. Yep, there's one.
There's our first.
What are we, 16 seconds apart now? This is great. Alright, Mire 2. Very, very good.
Very good. Kind RNG.
Doing the medium strat, but
yep.
That RNG was pretty bad, so I'm not sure even if Algo had gone for Fast Mire 2, he would have been able to get it.
No, it's funny, we call it Fast Mire 2, but in most cases I think it's not actually that much faster, it's just more consistent. Like your fail states are much more constrained. Like you don't have the cases where the Popo sort of just like runs away from you and hides.
There are fewer of them, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
But it also, I mean, it is just plain faster. It's not a lot faster, but it is slightly faster.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking a few frames, but yeah.
Exactly. That's one of those like nitpicky kind of things. See what kind of slugula pattern we get here. Good, comfy.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about those guys hurt.
They do. They hurt a lot.
I don't really understand. They don't actually attack you. They just like knock you for 4. Like Wizrobes I'll give a pass, right? They're like little magical dudes or whatever. Like, sure. This is fine. Slugs, what the heck? Why they don't do anything.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of a mishap on Algo's side. Kind of threw off the room.
I'm not sure if we were going for the non-spark gamble strat.
It kind of didn't look like it, or it was like a variation that I'm not super familiar with. I'm not quite sure. The bonk threw off enough that it was hard to tell.
I believe well, yeah, the bonk threw everything off, so I don't know like where he was planning on heading rightward. But there is a strat. I want to say one of our Japanese friends popularized, where you just you go across at one of the higher gaps.
Oh, right.
And it turns out if your movement is clean doing that strat, it's barely slower than a good spark gamble.
So Algo down to 3 hearts is
this
not
is not
great,
good.
And we do have mushrooms, so we're going to be setting up a fake powder at the end of this segment. But that brings with it a little bit of stress in itself.
Because if something still goes wrong, you have ruined your spooky value. Uh-oh, what did we do? I'm very confused.
About what?
I saw Cerpin put a block. Did we just do another spooky block just for the sake of the powder? Is that what happened?
I don't know.
I didn't even see him dash dust. I thought he had like broken spooky by mistake and that a terrible thing was about to happen. So both runners
both runners fake powder, yeah. And I'll go with a really clean 0 cycle Vitreous. Okay, Serpent. Oh,
it's
nice.
Fine. It's fine.
Okay,
it's fine. We have 3 hearts.
Yeah.
I was gonna keep saying it was fine even if you got hit because he has 3 hearts.
Yeah.
But yeah, if that fight had gone poorly for either one, that would have been a whole lot of not fun because using fake powder will reset your altitude variable, which is what makes the spooky glitch work. And so you don't have it for the trek that you have to make through the dungeon all over again, including all of the rooms. So you have to do something different.
We hate that.
We do hate that. But it's not a problem. We have made it out.
No.
And now we gotta go get our ice rod. We got one more screen of oh my goodness.
Just kill all the crabs. It's okay.
That was scary. Yeah, ice rod in tow. Our arrows look good on Serpin's side. Could use a pickup for Algo. Oh, we're going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one was bad enough that's just okay, we bail now.
Yeah.
But again, this game requires you to make like snap decisions and just kind of hope for the best in a lot of situations.
Good management of the dead rocks from Serpin, getting the back-to-back hook shots to sort of pop them back before they solidify is I've always found it a really satisfying strat.
I saw that one coming. It's like that if he goes down, he's committed to the dash, and if he goes down, he's not gonna have a good day. And then of course that's exactly what happened. The developers of this game did a really good job of like just finding timings like that. Like the overlap of like the critical junctures of like when the player makes a decision and commits to an action versus when like an enemy can then like decide to do something that you know, completely
Yeah,
flies in the face of that, it's like, man.
yeah, it's really incredible.
Getting shot in the face with by a Zazak in Thieves Town. It's like, but I made that choice like half a second ago. Yep, here you go. Have fun.
All right, so here we are in Turtle Rock, which is the last crystal dungeon, and I've always felt that this dungeon is sort of like a bunch of difficult execution demanding rooms, sort of like back to back to back, and like there's not a lot of, you know, sort of movement tech in between them, but it's just like a bunch of little set pieces.
I don't know what Cerpin should have done differently there. That was just unkind. Alright. Our first pokey... Oh, okay, we've got our fairy. It's always nice.
Yep.
We have been saving... That's not going to work.
Yeah, no.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, we have been saving that specific drop in the large variety pack since Aghanim's Tower.
Yep.
And it's nice for it to just show up conveniently here in the dungeon that kills you without really any sort of warning whatsoever. Serpent also.
Yeah, it doesn't think twice.
Yeah. All right, we're going over here.
And oh man, I thought he was gonna get there. But still, we got the fairy, so we're still at pretty good health to get through the rest of the dungeon.
Yeah, 8 hearts is, or 9 hearts, excuse me. We have Sank Heart, so pretty good spot. We did not need that arrow drop, but you know, I guess being comfy is, if you're used to picking it up, it's fine.
Yeah, I just picked it up every single time until pretty recently, really.
We're gonna have some fun here. Trying to get through that pattern of anti-fairies is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh no. Turn the other way? Okay, alright, we're fine.
Thought that was going to be a pretty expensive full magic for there for a second.
Alright, we're coming up. Algo's up to Crystal Roller Room, which is another fun puzzle. Trivialized, in this case, by sword beams. You love to see it.
Yeah. Having beams in that room, so satisfying.
It's part of the reason that we care so much about the fairy drop, even at high level. Ugh, not a good
definitely one of the worst
Poke
patterns you
pattern.
can see for Pokies 2.
I think that's the worst Poke pattern.
I think so too.
Nice key dash practice.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he got it. It looked like he moved a little bit non-cardinally entering the room, but I guess my eyes deceived me.
Oh, we're following the bitey strat. Okay, yep. Hey, whatever gets you through the room. Oh, that's not going to work either. It did work, but we still got hit. Okay, it's fine. I was surprised. I didn't think that Samaria beam was going to hit the bottom switch.
All right, wrapping up the dungeon, we have the Trinex fight.
Just like run to the back here real quick. A few slashes, a quick refreeze, menu. Over top of the... Oh, okay. I think that's it. Yep.
And we have 5 hearts left, so we're comfy.
Cerpin takes an unfortunate laser to the face. Just getting stuck on the railing a little bit there.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna do the comfy strat. Yep. Very nice. Just do what you can. Get through the room. We're probably gonna grab this heart even though it's not necessary. Trinex mostly does 4 damage, 4 hearts
Mhm.
per hit, so it's not really gonna help us, but
Yeah, the difference between 3 and 4 is not much in this fight.
oh,
Yeah, good.
and then we're gonna move. Oh no.
Oh, no.
I thought we were
I
okay.
Yeah, same. I think that little sort of dash hesitation threw off the internal timing of the fight.
I think so. Yeah, it's tough. This 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 dungeon gives you very few um opportunities
Yeah,
for mistakes. They're
yeah,
they're highly punishing.
yeah. It's a bunch of hard rooms.
All right, we don't need to go to the boss key. Hopefully Serpent remembers that. We're gonna get the arrows again. That's reasonable, actually. Yep, alright.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Algo's
Uh,
making our way into oh, of course. Of course, we get yes, perfect. Alright, see? You wanted more key deaths, Precious. There you go.
did he get God
Ga-
pokies? I wasn't. Oh,
he did. Game has a sense of
nice,
humor.
love it. Yeah, sure does. But yeah, both runners, or neither runner, I guess, still on PB pace. Understandably, we've had a few mishaps, but notably from outdoor splits, since leaving Ice Palace, we've saved about 14 seconds.
Oh no,
And
where are we going?
that's good.
Okay, we're back on track. We're still getting hit here? We are still getting hit here. That means we're getting hit here as well. That's just fine. We don't need to worry about Laser Bridge.
Yeah, 5 hearts, pretty comfy, much comfier than 4 was. Meanwhile, Algo taking a few bops from the Fire Snake room. Losing beams is not ideal at this point.
No, you want to try and get through the basement of GT on full health. It saves an arrow, if nothing else. Alright, so that's enough arrows to complete the second Armless Knights fight coming up here. Oh, and we're getting Mike arrows. I think that was actually smart, going like intentionally doing the killing that top right guy before the sequence started, just to guarantee that he gets enough time to like get up into position.
Don't really understand it, but I agree.
Although we were off on the
I see.
opening, we had a dry fire,
Okay.
and so the whole thing was screwed up. And so just take the time loss of like killing, right? Because like you can be too fast there, and you can
Yep.
accidentally shoot that guy before it starts the rest of the cycle.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm gonna give Algo the benefit and say he did that on purpose, and it was a really smart thing to do. And we got plenty of arrows.
Yep, so many arrows.
We can shoot all of the guys in Gauntlet. Lag the screen like a million times.
Yeah.
Gauntlet
like we
practice
canceled
is some
those
of the most
literally.
satisfying screens.
Oh,
you can
definitely.
just go through the whole thing. It can be also some of the most frustrating. Like, why is this? I do the same thing every time. Why does it not work in like these specific situations? Are we getting? We're getting health.
We're getting some fairies.
That's a good call. This is a race after all. PV is dead.
Yep, true. Just a little bit of insurance against disaster.
Having beams in Gauntlet, not fun.
Right.
I would have totally walked into that Stalfos. There we go. Just take the hit.
Go.
Yep.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Perfect. Alright, switch to Fire Rod. Yep, alright, nice. That was a good Gauntlet 4.
Yes, it was. Ooh, nice. Pretty good gauntlet all around. No,
I think so, yeah.
no really bad rooms.
Alright, into the Landmo refight. We have much better tools.
That was an interesting. I
Yeah.
feel like I don't really know what
Yeah,
happened there, but it looked like there was some
yeah.
weird spooky stuff happening.
Oh, we got a... No, we just didn't hit him. That was crazy. But we got a nice double hit.
Yeah.
On the at the end. We take those. Wizrobes are like my favorite rooms.
They are really satisfying.
It bothers me that the lag mitigation strategies between any percent and 100% are different in this room right here. I don't know what it is, but I do the same thing when I do a specific movement in Hundo. I get lag reduction, but when I do that movement in any percent, it doesn't work, and I don't know why.
I think we have some.
We were
magic
extremely low on
strats?
magic, so we're just doing just do.
How did we end up so low?
I don't know.
Okay, me neither. Oh, I know. Maybe an extra shot in Lambo, maybe not. But we did have to do an extra Samaria block in Wizrobes 1, I believe.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Ice Armos on Cerpin's side. Oh, a little bit of a... I think it sort of just ice physics got us there.
Yeah,
got a straight diagonal, and then hard to overcome.
Held our movement a little bit too long.
Okay, now we're getting really concerned.
Oh no. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun here. Alright, just remember to not hold your sword out. If you do, just do dashes. The reason being is that if you do a tempered poke, it does Master Sword damage, which actually does half damage to Armos from everything else that you can do.
Yep.
Yay, damage tables. Alright, we made it out of the basement. Algo's made it to the Aghanim 2 fight.
The very top of that, or of Ganon's Tower.
Alright,
So
2.
we got 2. We need to get 6 here. 2 more.
Decent call on the spin
nice
there.
comfy 3 cycle. Yeah. This is going to turn out to be a pretty decent Ganon's Tower for Algo. Still plenty of room to improve, but it should be a sub 8.
Yeah, well, +5 on PB, not too bad. Alright, now we just have the Ganon fight.
Yep, and we have beams here, but it doesn't really matter.
No. The beams don't do any damage to
Yep.
Ganon.
So they don't
They don't
play
cause
with
problems.
they don't like play with our damage tables in any poor way.
I guess they can lag the room a little bit, but it's not like it's not any like serious amount, so it's probably fine.
Yep.
Just a few into phase 3, a few warps. Alright. Serpin getting into the Landmo fight now. We should be good to get to the top of the tower. We'll probably want to do our health refill with another fake powder. Alright, torch glitch acquired. Oh, we did get it. Okay. Nice wizards too. We can also just grab health there. That's fine. All right, and that's gonna be GG for Algo. You finish the race here, 1:32.13 on the race time.
Oh, I was muted. Yeah, GG Algo. I was like, why is
Yeah,
Corey
so
saying
we're
the same
doing-
thing I am? Yep.
Oh, we missed one. There we go. All right, so yeah, we have another setup for fake powder.
Yeah, welcome in, Algo. GG.
Thank you. GG comms.
Thank you.
Yeah, GG. We
Our-
made it.
Our job
We made it.
much less hard than yours, but we'll take it.
Yeah, that was an adventure. How's Cerpin doing? Looks like he's approaching Moldrum too. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a disaster in Ice Armos, but otherwise has had a pretty solid GT. So it's going to be kind of obscured by the fact that we lost 18 years in Ice Armos.
Yeah. Okay. I had that. I had that in my last race, so yeah, I can feel the pain there.
I called that out in your. You had a small, like, I think you had like a dry fire, and then you missed a few, like you were off tempo at the start of the fight, but it looked like you just like intentionally did it in a way that allowed you to do the second half normally. Like, was that?
Ice Armors has been rough for me lately. I've been practicing, but like it has just not been good, and so I kind of panicked there when I dry fired, and so I got a little bit lucky there. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I called out that you
was quite successful.
You killed the third guy early so that it didn't start the phase 2.
I think I did have that thought because in my last race I think I fired one too few up. And so they started rotating really early, and at that point, it was just all over. So, yeah, I think I did have the thought, oh, I got to shoot again to keep them from starting the rotation.
Yeah, I called that out because it was such a heads-up play. You were like all the way down at the bottom of the screen, and you're like, if I just push this guy out of position, then the rest of them won't rotate, and it gave you time to like get back on cycle, so to speak. So
yeah,
it was good. It was a good play.
Thanks.
All right. Into phase 2.
Dropping in, phase 2 Ganon. Got some neat hookshot strats.
Nope, didn't quite get the cheeky little dash across there. I love doing that. Yeah, no, we had there was up until about, well, I guess the Trinex fight.
Yeah.
We had a lot of like really exciting back and forth in this race. How did you feel?
I forgot whose disasters were
whose.
in the corner. Yeah, so when I died to
Helmasaur. Yeah.
I knew that too. I was pinned. I'm like, oh, I probably shouldn't try to get this last hammer, but I did, and then it was dumb. I was dead. So at that point, I was hoping that Cerpin would PB because he was on a great run. But then once he died to Moth, then I'm like, okay, we got to race again. So
yeah.
And I think I just kind of slowly caught up time until we were pretty close in ice, if I remember right. But
yeah, the race had really a few sort of distinct parts to it, and in sort of my recollection is that it was extremely close early on, all through the light world. Y'all were basically on the same screen the entire light world, which was
nice.
Which was really cool to see. And then the second part of the race sort of happened once you died to Helmasaur, and then that was sort of the portion with disasters on both sides. You died to Helmasaur. He died after saving Blind, or sort of rescuing Blind, but before getting back to the Blind fight, or even getting the mitts. So like that sort of evened a lot. But then
we died leaving Blind Cell, and so
there were just like
go all the way
a few
back
more
and go all out.
disasters on both sides. He died to Moth as well, which really sort of evened the score at that point.
Got it.
And then after Skullwoods, we sort of got into the next phase where both of you sort of settled down, and you both had really pretty solid ice palaces into decent swamps. And then I would say that the last part of the race was when Cerpin died to Trinex. Welcome in, Cerpin. GG.
GG Serpent.
Yep. And so like after Turtle Rock, it was Algo's lead to lose, and then so those are sort of the different phases of the race as I recall them.
Yeah, it was really an exciting back and forth. I'm trying to think of a specific thing that I wanted to like get either of the runners' thoughts on. But I'm blanking on it, if I'm being honest.
One of mine is that I remember that Serpent had what I thought was a really good menu buffer to mirror in the Moth fight. I guess it was the refight maybe, but was on pretty low health, and the that menu buffer let him read like a couple little spike dodges really well.
Oh.
Yeah, welcome in, Serpent. GG.
Sorry, my mic was kind of...
That's okay.
GG Serpent.
GG.
It was pretty close race for a while.
Yeah, I was just sort of talking through the sort of pace of the race, and it was extremely close up through Aga Tower and then into Pod, and then Algo died to Helmosaur, you died in Thieves Town, you died in Skullwoods. That really sort of tied it up. You both had pretty strong late mid games: Ice Palace, Swamp Palace, Mire, and then it's that death to Trinex was sort of what sealed it. But for a large portion of the race, very close, very good. Do you have any thoughts on your run?
One thing I just wanted to say, but my mic wasn't working. My Mothula fight was the one thing I remember. Because I was dodging spikes like crazy. The second one.
Right, yeah. I was just gonna ask you about that. I remember that was actually one of the notes that I jotted down, was that you had a really good, what I thought, a menu buffer to mirror in that fight, and that let you sort of read out those spikes, and then you made some really good dodges.
Otherwise.
Yeah. So we noticed that. But
And it wasn't the best run, but it was pretty entertaining. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as well.
Yes, it was. Neither of you were close to PB after Thieves Town, I guess, but it was a hell of a race, and we had a great time.
That's what matters.
That's right. Algo, any other parts of the run that stood out to you, Corey?
With a couple of my just technical execution things, like I've been working on a couple bomb jumps. So I thought that my hammer jump and my Ice Palace bomb jumps went really smoothly. So even if some of the other stuff was messy, some of the stuff I've been working on recently was pretty good. So I was find some small things with the plus 3 minute and 43 second run that were good in there. So that's nice.
Yeah, it's always good. The set pieces did look they looked comfortable, controlled. Yes, that's what you want. How did you guys enjoy the I can't remember. I don't think this is your first league experience, Algo. Actually, well, I guess either of you. So how did you enjoy the event, the format, all of that stuff? Now that we've made it through.
For me, it was my first time. Okay, great. For me, it was the first time not being in the bottom bracket, and so it was exciting for me to get to run against some of the runners that I look up to, and so that's been a lot of fun. I always love League. You know, racing. I've told this story in past interviews, but League is what got me kind of interested in running the game in the first place. So, always enjoy the racing aspect of it.
Very cool.
For me, it was my first League experience in general this year. Because like
cool.
I tried to join in the past, but it was always like NMG is this kind of game I play for a couple of months, then I stop again for a couple of months, and it's never really worked out. And this time it worked out perfectly, and I would have loved to get like sub 90 during League, but at the very least I got a PB as my qualifier time, which was cool.
Great.
And it was motivating, like as always, not just racing, but also watching other runners and having a lot of cool Twitch streams at the moment.
Yeah, it's really fun having NMG sort of take the spotlight for a few weeks and sort of be the main game in town. Everybody has a real excitement for it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm glad we have League. Don't tell Fox I said that.
I'm sure he can't hear us.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right. And the biggest thing, I dropped Long Swamp, so
You did.
You know,
I'm so proud of you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So League's great. I got enough people yelled at me to stop doing Long Swamp that it worked. So you know.
Yeah, we will have to tell Fox about that one. He'll be pleased.
But only that part. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Only that part. All right. Well, Pops, we'll go ahead and hand it back to you, I think. Thank you for restreaming for us. Good to get some afternoon or morning or evening, depending on where you are, Zelda. And yeah, it's been a great lead.
Anything before 8 p.m. is morning.
There you go.
Fair enough.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys doing comms. Sorry for the delay on getting started. I messed up on that race room. That was my bad. Thanks for hanging in there, guys. It was a good watch. So we have another League participant. Looks like they're doing some Master Sword races. Did you guys have a suggestion for a raid target? Otherwise, Mook on a stick is where I was going to send ya.
Sounds good.
Is there? Yeah, no, that sounds good. Isn't there a race coming up pretty soon, or just that we should be?
Looks like the next
keeping in
race
mind?
is at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Ah, okay, got it.
Yeah, we have several. I'll go ahead and push this raid out so that while we're talking here, we can just go over the upcoming ones for today. There's several. So Pichu and Centipede are on at 6 p.m. And then there's a combo race. I think it's a combo. We're still waiting confirmation from one of the participants at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Friday, there's 2 races in the evening, 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern time. And then I haven't gotten to the weekend, but the weekend has several on Saturday and Sunday as well. So yeah,
excellent.
Lots more to go. Thank you, guys. We're gonna go wish Mook some good luck, and we'll be back later. Hope you guys have a great day.
Yeah, thank you, Pops.